Hello everybody, my name is 128 Bytes. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to run Rufus underneath Linux. It's a pretty simple thing to do. All you need is a Windows 11 VM and USB pass-through. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it with Winboat. So basically Winboat is pretty much like the new Wine in a way. It allows you to run Windows apps on underneath Linux, and although it could be a little bit buggy sometimes, it's not perfect. It does work for the most part. So you just come over here to download through their website, winboat.app, and you download whatever for your distro you're on. And once you have it installed, it'll take you through a setup process of setting up the VM. And once you have the VM set up, it'll take you to this page. And once you're here, you just want to go ahead and come over here to configuration and scroll down until you see experimental features right here. And you want to go ahead and enable that. And then you want to go to USB pass-through and add your USB flash drive device in here. And once you've done that, you could also enable shared home folder. It makes it easier if you have the ISO on your Linux machine. And once you do that, you can come over here to apps. And you'd basically go to your Windows desktop and open up Microsoft Edge and install Rufus, or I guess download Rufus. And then you'd basically put the path to the exe file in here. Click Add Custom and add the path to the exe file in here and maybe give it a name. And once you do that, you could just launch it right here, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and launch it up. And I'm going to hit signed in. And it's a little buggy right now. Okay, so it's still bugging out a little bit, but yeah, let me see. If I exit out of this and open up Rufus, and I hit this, boom, there we go. Okay, and honestly, last time I got it working pretty well with just the app, like underneath Linux, but for this video, I'm gonna probably go to my Windows desktop just to show you guys that it works, because it has been bugging out pretty crazy lately. So within your Windows 11 VM and Winboat, just come over here to Rufus, and you could select your USB drive, select the image or the ISO of the of Windows, and you come over here. I have it in my shared folder, so I'm gonna go over here to shared folder, downloads, and select the ISO. In this case, I'm gonna use the latest 25H2 English ISO. I already have it flashed. I'm just reflashing it basically, but click on start, and you could even add all your tweaks and stuff in here. You could remove the 4GB RAM, secure boot, and TPM 2.0 requirement. You could remove the requirement for an online Microsoft account with the username. You could create a local account with the username, set regional options, disable data collection. You could add all these tweaks to your Windows ISO, which is pretty nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. Okay, and it's gonna go ahead and start flashing that ISO to my USB using Rufus, which is pretty cool. Now this does take a little bit of time if your computer or your VM doesn't have a lot of resources set to it, and I've noticed it takes a while. But once it's complete, it works, and it works pretty well. So yeah, that's the video. It's basically how to use Rufus underneath Linux, and it's kind of cheating because you are using a VM. Like you can't run it directly under Linux without a Windows VM, but it still works, and you can still run Rufus under Linux, as well as pretty much any other Windows app you want for the most part. You can run Photoshop under Linux. You could run all kinds of stuff now with Winboat. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end the video here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. This is 128 Bytes. Signing off, everybody. Peace out.